Hello chess family, it's me National Master Jesse James, and today we're going over a very fun game I got to play against a Grandmaster using my Jesse James Gambit, part of the Sicilian, and well, this is one of the starting positions to it, so let's go and get to it. I got a very good game out of this. Unfortunately for my Grandmaster opponent, he did make a mistake and lost very fast, so here we go. I'm playing the white side. I start off with e4. My opponent played c5, the Sicilian, my favorite. Here, knight f3. Knight c6, d4. Now we have the open Sicilian. And of course, pawn takes, knight takes, and pawn to e5. Here we go. Things are going to get crazy. Here there's many places to put the knight, but only one of them is the best. A lot of beginners will make the mistake and take on c6 here. If you aren't playing Sicilian, do not do this, please. After b takes c6, the only thing you've done is help out black, as black is now preparing to play d5 and will have 2 pawns in the center, while you will only have 1. So here, there's 2 main moves to play. Here, the best move is knight to b5, looking to go to knight to d6 check. Or you can play my move, which is not the best, but goes into my line I like to play. Here we play knight to b3. This is known as a sideline, so it's a decent move, but it does not guarantee white an advantage. Alright, black continued the way he should have. Knight f6 attacking the pawn. Simple chess here. Knight c3 to defend the pawn. And here, black's best move is to play bishop b4, a very strong move. Not only does this develop the bishop and get ready to castle over here, but the idea is knight takes on e4. I mean, you can simply play bishop takes first and then take on e4, but I would recommend just knight takes e4 because this is a pinned piece. Here, I went ahead and played my move. Bishop over to d3. And here, they typically always play this, pawn to d5. Here, there is no mistake that black is definitely a bit better here. Here he's got his pawns in the center. I cannot take back right away, at least with the knight. And so, well, you have to take back here with the pawn. Knight takes. Black has 2 pieces in the center over here. The only pawn in the center. Definitely better here for black. So why do I play this? Here, the main line will go white playing bishop to d2 here to defend the knight. And even then, if you defend, you're still going to get at least double pawns here. For instance, after bishop d2, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. Again, not something I'm really wanting. So instead of going through this whole line, I was fed up with it one day and I just went ahead and played castles. I said, you know what? If you want the pawn, go ahead and take it. And to my surprise, I found out when they do take this pawn, you get lots of compensation or very good attacking chances. So here my opponent said thank you and played knight takes. Here, of course, they want to hold on to their bishop as that's a better piece here. Pawn takes on c3, bishop takes on c3. I used to play bishop a3 here, which is a very interesting move, as this stops them from castling. But after further play, I figured out that it was just simple enough to go ahead and just play the simple move here, rook over to b1. And this only gives black about 0.3 advantage, meaning it doesn't even give him a whole pawn advantage, because here you're going to see my pieces get developed very nicely here and get very good activity. For instance, after this rook b1 move, my rook's already on an open file and looking to put pressure on the b7 pawn. In fact, if black's not careful and doesn't play accurate here, they should definitely castle here right away. And if they play something else, I can play, like, I don't know, let's say bishop b6. I can play bishop over to a3 here, and already black cannot castle. You can also even play knight to c5 here, which is another great move. Knight takes b7, knight takes on e6, rook takes b7. Already it's giving here white is much better. So there's so many moves here that, well, even the Grandmaster was not able to see all the threats at one time. But of course, my Grandmaster opponent's not going to fall for anything easy. After rook to b1, they went ahead and castled. And here I developed with a threat. Here I play queen to f3. Now there's a few trappy moves here to play. Unfortunately, my opponent fell for the first trap move right away. Here, after queen f3, the simple threat is bishop takes on h7 check, and then the queen could take the unprotected bishop. And, well, at this point, my opponent blundered very faster and played pawn to f5. It is white to move. What do you play here to get to a winning position or just a better position in general? Alright guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and give us that like and subscribe. Remember, liking this video is going to share this with more chess players. Alright, did you figure it out? What do you play here as white? Here you have the very simple move. I want to take the bishop here, and the reason why f5 was most likely played is because it covered the h7 square. But here's simple chess. Bishop just goes to c4 check, and now you're just going to snack attack and win this bishop. I mean, winning a piece is good. I can say I've been up a piece against many strong masters, and I haven't won. Luckily for me, I was able to pull it out and get the full win here, because not only do I win a piece here, but I have very good attacking chances still, all for the price of 1 pawn. So not too bad at all. Here my opponent played king h8. I finished up with queen takes on c3. Queen over to f6, and wow, look at this. This looks so juicy. You've got to get your bishops over here attacking. So bishop to b2. Look at these bishops. They are ready to attack this king over here on the diagonal. b6 got played, and well, I want to pry open this diagonal as soon as possible. So I played pawn f4. I also like this move also because it allows ideas like rook f3 to g3. So my rook can get lifted up here to attack on g7. And this actually does happen in the game. My opponent played bishop b7. Pawn takes on e5, and yeah, this is just going terrible for him. Here he went ahead and played queen g6 for a tactical threat. I played rook over to f3, and then he played knight takes e5, which looks like a good move, although if you played the best move here, you are going to be just winning and kicking him back. You do have to be careful here. What do you play here as white? So for those of you who guys are noticing, hey, can't you just take the knight here on e5? You can take the knight, which is a decent move, but after queen takes on e5, bishop takes on f3, you just lost your piece back, and also you lost the exchange for it. Now white is still better here, but it's not as good as the first move. All right, what's the best move here? Simple chess. Do not go along with your opponent's ideas. Go ahead and make your own. Here you simply play rook over to g3, attacking the queen, and behind the queen is that g7 pawn. At this point, my opponent is, well, just in a very bad position, and he went ahead and played queen over to d6, which is just losing. Best move would have been something like knight to g4, but even then, just remember, what do you do with pinned pieces? You pin it and you win it. So here, h3 will just win another piece here, and I still have very good attacking chances over here. Yeah, I definitely think he should have played this move. He went ahead and played queen to d6 and ends up resigning very soon. Here's simple chess. I just went ahead and took the knight over here, and even after I win the piece, I'm still threatening checkmate threats with bishop takes on g7, and you can't even defend the g7 pawn with any of your pieces without this bishop taking over here. So at this point, well, my grandmaster opponent just decided to resign. And, well, that was that for this game. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. This was a very fun attacking idea I do in the Sicilian. I call it the Jesse James Gambit. It's part of the 4 Knights opening, one of the most popular Sicilians there is. And after pawn takes, knight takes, you just castle, allowing them to take the pawn over here. And then you simply just keep developing your pieces with very good threats. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video.